Today we're going to learn how to make this gift tag that can also double as a Christmas ornament. I made it from some twigs in the yard, a few coffee filters, and a few other things. You can make them in any color you want, any size you want. Use your imagination. It takes just a few minutes and anybody can do it. But if you want to learn how to watch to make this with me, stay tuned. Okay, let's get this list together. We're going to need some twigs, anything flexible from the yard that's free or raffia, coffee filters, paint of your choice, golds, bronze is the ones I chose for this one, some glue, little glitter, a few pieces of wire, some scissors, glue sticks, glue gun, some water from the tap, recycled cardboard from the kitchen, and a pair of gloves. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna try to shape the branch into a small 3 to 4 inch circle. If it's not flexible enough, you can soak it in some water for about 30 minutes. Should give you a little bit more bend. And when it gets a little bit out of control, just wrap a piece of the wire around to hold it in place until you can finish winding your branches the rest of the way. Be sure to hold on to your branches in the same spot, trying to catch both sides of it so that it doesn't widen and get out of control. But you can still fix it. It's just a little bit more efficient if you get a good grip. Then you just take some more of the wire and wrap it around to finish securing your wreath. Okay, once I'm done securing the wreath with my wire, I'm going to cut off the excess with the scissors and set that to the side and mix my paint for the gift tag and the ribbons. Mix each part equally, maybe about a teaspoon or so of each color, and we're going to use that initially to paint the gift tag that we make. And I think I'm going to deepen it a little bit. Okay, so we paint our gift tag and we're going to put a little glitter on while the paint's still wet and set that to the side. Now I'm going to take my water and paint and dip in 4 coffee filters and squeeze out the excess and let it dry. And this is what we have. Now we're going to take one of the coffee filters, fold it in half twice, and we're going to cut a circle as large as we can, removing the outer edges. We're going to end up with 4 equal size circles. Try and make them as big as you can. Take the 4 circles we just cut and fold them in half once, and then fold them in 3 parts. We're going to take these 3 parts and we're going to cut a rounded edge starting about halfway up between the center and the end of the petal. And we're going to take those petals and we're going to layer them on top of each other. We're going to alternate the position of the petals and we'll attach them with 1 drop of glue in between the layers. Then we're going to take a paintbrush and add a point to the center of our circle, just so that we can gather up the petals and have it easier to arrange once it's dry. Okay, with the remaining 3 filters, we're gonna cut them in 1-inch strips and we're gonna set them to the side and start with the end, the rounded end. And this is what we should have. Okay, we're going to take the rounded end and we're going to apply some glue. We're going to use just one of those strips to cover the wire at the base of our wreath. And we're going to wrap that around and kind of squeeze it tight so it's nice and close. Okay, let's start assembling our ribbon. I'm going to take one of the strips from the next section of the panels and we're going to cut the ends off. Going to apply glue to either end and we're going to fold those over to meet about 1/4 of an inch apart from the center. Do the same with the next strip, but we're going to leave about 1/2 an inch between the two ends when they meet in the middle. Now glue the first bow and the second bow together. Okay, you're going to glue a third strip and you're going to leave about 3/4 of an inch between the two ends. Now you're going to glue the first and second bow on top of the third one. Then we're going to glue the flower in the center of all 3 of those. Be careful when you're pressing down to join the flower onto the bows not to make all the levels stick together. They're hard to get apart once the glue dries, but you can work with a little bit while the glue is still wet to just make sure it's all separate. Now we're going to use the middle section of our strips to assemble the bottom part of the bow. I'm going to cut off the ends again and then fold it over, leaving a distance of about 1/2 an inch between the bottom of the top and the bottom layer of the ribbon. Now we're going to make the second level of the bow and we're going to make it about 1/2 an inch shorter than the previous end, and we're going to glue those two together, making sure each layer has about 1/2 an inch distance between the one underneath it. Once that's done and dried a little bit, just enough to have you be able to work without disturbing it, we're going to cut chevron patterns in the bottom of each one of the ribbons. We're going to make 2 of these. While the glue is still drying, pinch the top end of the bow together so that it lays prettier underneath the top of the bow. And then we're going to open it up. After we scrunch it, you want to make it look more like fabric and less like paper. So scrunching it up and opening it back up helps. And then we have the perfect version of the bottom of the bow. Now we're going to take the 2 remaining rounded ends and glue them together on both sides. We're going to use this to make the gift tag string to attach it to the wreath. Going to just twist it after you glue it together all the way until about 1/2 an inch from the end, gluing that ends of the ribbon together so that it won't open up. Keep it nice and tight. One end should be open and one end should be closed. While that's drying, we're going to start assembling the rest of our wreath. take our two bottom pieces and hot glue it to the wreath. We really want these pieces to lie exactly how they should lie under the wreath, so we're going to press them down. Then we're going to glue the top part of our wreath right on top of those. And basically it's complete, but you can continue, if you don't want to make it an ornament, continue to add the tag and embellish it with a little glitter. Now we're going to take the piece that we made for string and we're going to attach our gift tag to it. Apply a little glue, join those two ends together, and just twist in the same direction that the twists were already made to assemble the string in the original part. And then we're going to add some glue so that we can put a little glitter on. Just various parts, wherever you want, random spots. Maybe you just want it on one part, whatever you want to do, or you can skip it all together. But yeah, I'm going to add a little glue so that we have something for our glitter to stick to. And then we're just going to shake it on the way we want. And that's our finished product. But before I get done, I think I'm going to take a little glue and cover the gift tag so that it's easier to write on the tag with a paint pen or a marker. Here's the finished product. We just, to make the gift tag, I just used the cardboard that I got from the kitchen and shaped it up and punched a hole in it. And here we go. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video. Be sure to try this project. Can't even believe it can be done for under 5 cents, around 5 cents. And yeah, it takes about 20 minutes maybe. Alright, again, I appreciate you stopping by. See you next time.